Alright guys, welcome back to another reaction video. My name is Stella.
And I'm Hayley.
And today we're going to be reacting to Good Will Hunting. Good Will Hunting is a movie from, I think, the 90s. I can't tell you exactly when. I think it's like 98. It's late 90s. But it stars Robin Williams. We love Robin Williams. Who doesn't? Like, I've never met a person who doesn't love Robin Williams. And Matt Damon, as well as Ben Affleck is also in this movie. And I think Casey Affleck, too. So there's a lot of people who are quite well known. But at the time, this was kind of the start of most of their careers. So it's an interesting film. I have seen this one. I've seen it, a couple of years ago. I've only seen it the one time, so I'm excited to rewatch. But Hayley has never seen this movie. So this will be a first-time reaction for her. Do you know anything about it going in, like at all?
Literally nothing.
Beautiful, beautiful. So I won't say anything about, the plot of the movie then. We'll just get into it and have some fun. I'm really excited about this one. As always, the full-length reaction will be up on our Patreon, along with early access to next week's reaction, so please go check that out. Thank you guys so much for being here, joining us, and watching. And if you're new, please stick around. We'd love to have you. With that out of the way, let's just get into Good Will Hunting.
I have no idea if this movie's gonna be sad or not, but I learned my lesson. I will never not have tissues here after last week.
Well, usually when a film is accompanied by the word drama, they're gonna try to make you cry.
Well, this is a drama. Stellan Skarsgård? That man's in everything.
So, fun fact about this movie, I avoided watching this for a while because, and this is not a spoiler for the movie, it is a bit of a math movie. That's what I knew about it.
Interesting.
All I knew about, well, you can see there's like lots of books in academia. And I was not the biggest fan of math growing up. And so, because I associated this movie with mathematics, I did not want to watch it. I was just like, this will be a chore. Obviously, I was wrong.
Matt Damon looks so young.
Oh my gosh, he must have been like 20. He was young when he filmed this.
Mod fx squared dx.
What class is this? What kind of math?
I also put an advanced Fourier system on the main hallway chalkboard. I'm hoping that one of you might prove it by the end of the semester. Their accomplishment recorded and their name printed in the auspicious
MIT.
Yeah, this smart person school.
Listen, janitors are underappreciated.
For real, man.
Is he gonna solve it? Or prove the whatever system thing? Whatever. I don't know math. I took like one math class in college. I took one class to fulfill my requirement.
Yeah, and also this is not high school math.
No.
Kristen, how you doing?
This is once you're like, that's what I want to do with my life. This is that kind of math.
Where you going?
I'm gonna take off.
Fuck you say I get off. It's like, what, 10 o'clock?
10 o'clock is a reasonable time to go to bed, okay?
For sure.
He went home to do math. Where is MIT? Where does this take place?
Boston.
Boston.
You're gonna hear a lot of Boston accents.
Gotcha.
Which I can't do. That's not it, in case you're wondering.
Professor just gonna show up and be like, wait a second.
Casey's bouncing up a bar at Harvard next week. We should go up there. Come on.
Just bros being guys.
I'd hold you forever.
Classic barbershop. Nothing more distinguished.
Come here. It's Saturday. Unless you want to have a drink with me tonight.
Oh.
We just couldn't wait until Monday to find out who proved the theorem.
He really just did it and dipped.
And that's kind of wild, because it means he just did this for funsies.
For fun, did it on his mirror.
He doesn't want the credit.
Real quick.
Well, this is correct. Who did this?
Joey Mack!
McNamara's up.
Come on, kid!
Oh. Little League.
Who's the guy she's with?
It's that fucking guinea. I hate that little bitch.
Fucking Carmine Scott Packley. That kid used to beat the shit out of me in kindergarten.
Kindergarten.
Double burger. Give me my fucking sandwich.
Give me your sandwich. I bought it. All right, well, give me your fucking 16 cents that you got on you now. We'll put you on a program. Every day you come in with...
Oh my gosh.
Hey, hold up, Jack.
Hey, you scared me? Shut the fuck up. I seen the guy 15 minutes ago at the park. If he was gonna fight him, we should fight him then, Rita.
Fucking, you're going.
I'm not going.
So don't go.
Are we really gonna fight? Is this what's happening?
This is just, I mean, this is one of those things where it's like,
Come on, it's me.
I respect
Will,
it.
remember we went to
I would never
kindergarten
handle
together.
something this way. But you know, if you're a good fighter, you do you.
Like, it was really unprovoked. They were just driving by. This is really the most productive
But this is
thing.
very much, it's kind of implied this is part of their culture, you know what I mean? Like these kinds of fights happen a lot. Oh.
The cops are here. Stop.
Whoa.
Don't fight the cops.
Is this my imagination, or has my class grown considerably? The mystery math magician. So without further ado, come forward, silent rogue.
Nobody did it in your class, my guy.
It seems there will be no unmasking here today. My colleagues and I have conferred, and there is a problem on the board right now. That took us more than 2 years.
Ooh.
The gauntlet has been
You'll
thrown
do it in
down,
like 2
but the
days.
faculty have answered, and answered with
On his
vigor.
bathroom mirror,
Yep.
nonetheless.
With like a dry erase marker.
This is one of those movies that makes me wish I understood math. Because there is a lot of like beauty to it, and people who love it really love it.
Next week.
But it just doesn't click for me.
I never really enjoyed math ever.
I was an English person. So usually,
Girl,
you know, you're one of the
same.
two growing up. You're always one of the two. That's like the stereotype.
Uh-oh, you're gonna get caught, bro. If you didn't want credit.
Sorry. What are you doing? Sorry.
Just leaves his mop there.
That's people's work. You
Just look at it, bro. He's solving it.
I have no idea what I'm looking at.
No,
That's
not a
bunch of
clue.
lines
I
and
didn't
circles.
even know that was math.
To be honest, actually, anyone in the comments, if you think these are things that you could explain to us in kind of simplified terms, I'd love to hear. Like, what are these? What is he proving? But I don't think we're supposed to know. I think it's left up to my imagination.
Oh, this is a Harvard bar, huh? I thought there'd be like equations. Time out. I'm gonna have to bust a little move on them Harvard honeys down the end of the bar. Work.
Yeah, this is the guy to do it.
Oh, hello.
Oh, didn't see you there.
Let's see. So I think I had a class. History.
What class did you say that was?
Oh boy.
History. Yeah.
Just history?
I'm like, there's no class called Just History in college.
I remember that class. It was just between recess and lunch. That's all.
Wait, we could have a problem?
No.
We don't need to have a fight. We just got in one. We don't need to have another one.
Give me some insight into the evolution of the market economy in the southern colonies.
Well, it could have been not American history, sir. Maybe it was a different history.
You're gonna be convinced of that till next month when you get to James Lemon. Then you're gonna be talking about how the economies of
Yes, he's so smart.
Drastically underestimates the impact
would
of social
drastically under social distinctions predicated upon wealth. You got that from Vickers. Work in Essex County.
Does he have like a photographic memory or something?
He must. It's implied, I think, that there's
Of your
something
own on this
extra
matter?
going on.
But is that your thing? You come into a bar, you read some.
This is how you one up the Harvard people.
You dropped 150 grand on a fucking education you could have got for $1.50 in late charges at the public library.
Wow.
And you'll be serving my kids fries at a drive-thru on our way to a skiing trip.
If you have a problem like that, I mean, we could just step outside. We could figure it out.
You have an arraignment next week.
It's cool.
It's cool.
That's how they handle things, though.
My boy's wicked smart.
Dude. I would be impressed.
I was gonna say, that is... People who talk about what they know about are always attractive.
2 pounds overweight, and I was like, go fuck yourself. I swallowed a bug.
That's how you get out of a conversation quick.
I've been sitting over there for 45 minutes waiting for you to come and talk to me.
I'm well.
Skylar, get up early and waste some more money on my overpriced education.
No, I didn't mean you.
Everybody in college thinks that their education is overpriced. Like, it's not an insult. That's just facts.
There goes them fucking brownies right now. Hey, wait.
No, guys.
Do you like apples?
Well, I got a number. How do you like them?
Ooh.
This is one of the most satisfying scenes in film history.
Excuse me. Is this the Buildings and Grounds office? I have this guy who works in my building. He's about this high.
Which one is
blonde.
your building?
2.
You don't even know.
There is a lengthy legal precedent, Your Honor, going back to 1780.
Is he defending himself in court?
Here for 10 minutes now looking over this rap sheet of June 93, assault, grand theft, auto, February of 94. You defended yourself and had the case thrown out by citing free property rights of horse and carriage.
Oh my gosh. That's hilarious.
I'm also aware that you've been through several foster homes. The state removed you from 3 because of serious physical abuse.
Ooh, his whole dirty laundry's getting aired out.
You hit a cop, you're going in. Motion to dismiss is denied. 50,000.
I'm Gerald Lambo. I've spoken to the judge, and he's agreed to release you under my supervision. First condition is that you meet with me every week. It's more advanced.
You gotta fold it backwards over the match.
Mm-hmm.
Math. Sounds like a real hoot.
You're doing it for fun anyway, dude.
The second condition is that you see a therapist.
Honestly, that's a good condition. If
It
anybody
really
needs
is.
therapy, it's this guy.
To meet with any of those conditions, you will have to serve time.
I'll do the math, but I'm not gonna meet with any fucking therapist.
Okay, then stay in jail.
Yeah, have fun.
I don't even know what he's proving. Like, what?
The pressures but they are destroying your potential. There are no more shenanigans, no more tomfoolery, no more ballyhoo.
Those dang shenanigans.
That darn ballyhoo.
Do you find it hard to hide the fact that you're gay?
What are you talking?
Is he psychoanalyzing his therapist?
A difficult theorem can be like, it's very erotic.
This professor, I do not like the way he talks to students.
Yeah, no. Oh, no. Not at all.
Jerry.
He's like, I quit.
Hey, you know something? I can't do this pro bono anymore. He's an absolute lunatic, he is.
He made his therapist quit. He's totally playing.
See.
Like,
Oh, for sure.
there's not an ounce
Something's
of
in my room.
sincerity.
See, this is the thing, like, I feel like therapy on very self-aware people must be difficult. Do you know what I mean? Because they'll know your tactics. They know what you're trying to get out of them. So if someone wants to keep, their thoughts and feelings a secret and they're smart, they will be able to.
'Cause we can make a lot of love before the sun goes down.
Is that those song lyrics?
I'm sorry, Rick.
I have better things to do with my time.
Well, there is someone. He used to be my roommate in college.
Is he roommates with Robin Williams?
Trust.
Yes, he was!
And Robin's a community college teacher.
Trust is life.
Very deep. Thank you, Benny.
But, I bet he's a great professor.
I bet he is.
Pleasure. Ladies and gentlemen, we are in the presence of greatness. Okay, everybody, that's it for today. We're talking about Freud. He did enough cocaine to kill a small horse.
Freud, he was crazy, man.
So how long has it been since we've seen each other?
Before Nancy died. I got your card. It was nice.
What an abrupt cut.
I got probation and then counseling 2 days a week.
Ever heard of Ramanujan?
Yeah.
Me.
Came across this old math book. He was able to extrapolate theories that had baffled mathematicians for years. This boy is just like that. But he's a bit defensive.
A bit.
And I need someone who can get through to him.
Like me.
Yeah, like you.
Listen, I would open up to Robin Williams.
This is Sean McGuire, Will Hunting. Let's let the healing begin. Will you excuse us? You too, Jerry.
Yeah, the therapy session kind of sucks with an eavesdropper.
Yeah.
I like what you've done with the place. Oh, thanks. Did you read any of these books? I don't know. You read those? Yeah, I read those. Good for you.
You know you'd be better off shoving that cigarette up your ass. It'd probably be healthier for you.
Yeah, I know. It really gets in the way of my yoga.
They're just Ugh, the dialogue is so rapid
They're both
fire.
really quick-witted.
You paint that? It's a real piece of shit.
Oh.
That's mean.
Just the linear and impressionistic mix makes a very muddled composition.
I think it looks nice.
One step away from cutting your fucking ear off.
I think I should move to the south of France, change my name to...
Maybe you're in the middle of a storm, a big fucking storm. Maybe you married the wrong woman.
Maybe you should watch your mouth.
Ooh. Now he knows exactly what to say, though.
You married the wrong woman? What happened?
She died, bro.
If you ever disrespect my wife again, I will end you.
Time's up.
I'll understand if you don't want to meet with him again.
Thursday, 4 o'clock.
Well, you look lovely in those glasses.
Thank you very much. And Harvard. Hopefully med school.
Is Harvard getting all that money?
Stanford. I'm going there in June when I graduate.
This is what they're doing on their date. It's just like shopping at
so cute.
Cute
a
little
toy
shop.
store, man.
Thank you. All right. Make all these cameras disappear. 1, 2, 3.
He should have been in The Prestige.
Oh yeah, would have killed it.
Have you happened to get a good night kiss?
I was hoping to get a good night late.
They have such good chemistry. I can't do it.
For a kiss.
I think we should just get out of the way now.
You guys both have mouthfuls of burger. Is this the moment? Apparently it is. Why is this cute? What the heck?
I love how the way that characters are written in this movie.
You again, huh?
Come with.
Ooh, field trip.
So what's this? You got a thing for swans? Is this like a fetish? It's something like maybe we need to devote some time to.
He just took you to a nice park. Can you calm down?
To me the other day about my painting. You're just a kid. You don't have the faintest idea what you're talking about. You've never been out of Boston. I bet you can't tell me what it smells like in the Sistine Chapel. But you can't tell me what it feels like to wake up next to a woman and feel truly happy. You've never looked at a woman and been totally vulnerable. You wouldn't know what it's like to be her angel through cancer. Because that only occurs when you love something more than you love yourself.
He's schooling you, bro.
You presume to know everything about me because you saw a painting of mine. Unless you want to talk about you, who you are, then I'm fascinated. I'm in. Your move, Chief.
What a monologue! Wow!
God, I love hearing him talk. I love hearing him speak.
You have a lot to think about, Will.
No smoking.
Yeah, I mean, dude, his wife died
Yeah.
of cancer, and you're gonna pull out your cigarettes? Kind of not the nicest.
How long are we gonna sit in silence before he says something?
What do you mean he didn't talk? You were in there for an hour.
Prove to me he doesn't have to talk to me if he doesn't want to. And I can't talk first.
Boys found a simple geometrical picture.
If we do the whole thing this way, then
Hey, look. I wrote it down.
He's just so smart.
Sometimes people get lucky. A brilliant man.
When you
I
prove
love that
some...
we have to, like, stroke his ego. Be like, but you're so smart.
These MIT professors, man, they're just...
Yeah.
They can't handle it. They're not used to it. When someone's... You know, when they're not the smartest person in the room. You looks like you want to say something.
You know, I was on this plane once, and I'm sitting there. Captain gets on, he does this whole,
Hey, you said you never been out of Boston. How you been on a plane then?
I was a fucking blowjob and a cup of coffee. So the stewardess fucking goes bombing up from the back of the plane. I tell him that the microphone's still on the back of the plane. It's like, hey, hon, don't forget the coffee. It's a fucking joke. It works better if I tell it in the first person.
Yeah.
I have been laid,
Really? Good for you.
Good for you, bro.
Went on a date last week.
How'd it go?
It was good.
You going out again?
I don't know.
Why not?
Haven't called her. Yeah. Don't worry about me. I know what I'm doing.
Girls
Yeah.
tend to like it when you call them.
When you talk to them.
Yeah.
This girl's like fucking perfect right now. I don't want to ruin that.
Super philosophy, Will. That way you can go through your entire life without ever having to really know anybody. My wife used to fart when she was nervous.
One night it was so loud it woke the dog up. She woke up and got like, "Oh, was that you?" I said, "Yeah, I didn't have the heart to tell."
Aww.
But Will, she's been dead 2 years, and that's the shit I remember. It's wonderful stuff, you know?
It's a nice memory.
But those are the things I miss the most. People call these things imperfections, but they're not. Oh, that's the good stuff.
Oh my gosh.
You ever think about getting remarried?
My wife's dead.
Well, I think that's a super philosophy, Sean. I mean, that way you could actually go through the rest of your life without ever really knowing anybody.
That's not the same thing, even a little bit, bro.
Yeah. Still fighting back.
Well, he talked. That's progress.
Yeah, no, absolutely. But I like how hard it is to get him to crack. You know, he doesn't just, it's not just you say one cool monologue about what it means to be a human and it's like transformative and suddenly it works. That doesn't happen.
Seems to be taking his advice though and going to see her. Do you even know which dorm she's in?
I was wondering if another crack at it, you know, let me take you out again.
I've got to assign the proton spectrum for Iboga meeting. But then maybe some other time.
Like tomorrow?
Is he solving her thing that he looked at for like 0.2 seconds?
What are you doing here?
I couldn't wait till tomorrow.
Oh.
Where the fuck did you get this?
I had to sleep with someone in your class.
He just solved it on a napkin at a cafe.
So did you grow up around here then?
Not far south Boston.
Have you got lots of brothers and sisters?
I have 12 big brothers.
You do not. What are they called?
Marky, Ricky, Danny, Terry, Mikey, Davey, Timmy, Tommy, Joey, Robbie, Johnny, and Brian. Marky, Ricky, Danny, Terry, Mikey, Davey, Timmy, Tommy, Joey, Robbie, Johnny, and Brian.
I couldn't tell if...
And you don't regret meeting your wife?
Why? Because the pain I feel now? I don't regret a single day I spent with her.
So when did you know, like, that she was the one for you?
October 21st, 1975.
He remembers the date? Oh my
God. It was Game 6 of the World Series. Friends and I had slept out on the sidewalk all night to get tickets. We're sitting in a bar waiting for the game to start. And in walks this...
He knew the day he met her?
Bottom of the 8th, Carbo tied it up. It was 6-6. It went to 12. Steps up to the plate. You know, he's got that weird stand.
Yeah. This must be a real game that they're like... That they've
showing
got the footage of, and that's so cool, though.
Hits a foul pole. Oh, he goes ape shit. Oh, no, he's like, get on the... God, get away!
Oh my gosh, the chairs, too. In that shot.
No,
are
I didn't rush the fucking field. I wasn't there.
Wow.
Oh, I was in a bar having a drink with my future wife. You should have seen her. She was a stunner.
I don't care if
no.
Oh.
Slid my ticket across the table and I said, "Sorry, guys, I gotta see about a girl. I don't regret the 18 years I was married to Nancy. Sure as hell don't regret missing a damn game."
Wow. I agree, wow.
Would have been nice to catch that game, though.
This is one of my favorite songs of all time.
When am I going to meet your friends and your brothers? What if I said I would not sleep with you again until you let me meet your friends?
He said, "We'll go right now."
He's like, you wouldn't. You wouldn't dare.
It's like 4:30 in the morning. They're probably...
Literally. Let's go.
Well, I can't believe you brought Skylar here. We're fucking all bombed and drinking.
I know, Morgan. It's a real rarity we'd be all drinking.
Yeah, my Uncle Marty's driving home, right? Just hammered out of his gourd. Just a state trooper sees him and pulls him over. He's about to throw the cuffs on him. 50 yards down the road, there's this huge fucking boom. You gunshot?
You've heard the story.
Some other guy's car had hit a tree.
He's invested, though.
Tells my uncle, "Stay here. Don't move." After a few minutes, my uncle starts wondering what he's doing there. Gets up, gets in his car, and just drives home.
He forgot.
My uncle's just passed out.
He's like, "What am I here? I'll
He
just
hears
go
this
home."
knocking at the door. It's the state trooper that pulled him over. "Let me get in your garage." And there's the state's police.
Oh.
Uncle's garage. He was so fucking hammered, he drove the wrong car.
That is hilarious.
See you guys Sunday.
All right, take it easy, Bill.
I want to meet your brothers.
No, we're gonna do that another time.
This and goes hauling ass down the aisle.
Oh.
And I yell,
Is he telling the joke now?
"Pleased to meet you. Can I get you a beer?" No, just a Perrier. It's French for club. You wanted to talk about Will.
Have you talked to him at all about his future? Well, maybe you should. My phone's been ringing off the hook with job offers.
Wow.
How about Gerald Lambo? Ever heard of him?
No.
Nothing compared to this young man.
You ever hear of Gerald Lambo?
This boy has that gift. He just hasn't got the direction, but we can give that to him.
I think he needs more therapy, though, before he goes off.
He can contribute to the world, and we can help him do that.
Well, maybe he doesn't want what you want. There's more to life than a fucking Fields medal. Why don't we give him time to figure out what he wants?
He's in a meeting right now. I set up for him over at McNeil.
Nobody in this town works without a retainer, guys. You think you can find somebody
What is happening?
to as well as I can?
Will, our offer is $84,000 a year.
Did he really send his bro? Be like, can you do this interview for me?
You want us to give you cash right now?
Whoa.
Oh, he's sitting so far back from the desk.
Your situation would be concurrently improved if I had $200 in my back pocket right now.
I don't think I can...
Not them reaching for their wallet.
How's it going?
Fine.
Yeah. You want some help?
No. Do you have a photographic memory?
Oh, I just kind of remember, you know? I mean, how do you remember your phone number? You know, you just do.
He definitely does.
You do it so easily, I don't understand.
Oh, I'm trying to explain it to you. You play the piano. So when you look at a piano, you see Mozart.
I see chopstick.
Beethoven, okay? He looked at a piano. He could just play, right? Well, I mean, when it came to stuff like that, I could always just play.
I have to say something.
I could have seen that coming.
I was just saying, that was so sexy for her. She's like, oh my gosh, this is the smartest man I've ever met.
It's not fair.
What's not fair?
Been here for 4 years, and I've only just found you.
That is so cute. Oh my gosh. I was not expecting this movie to have like such a cute little love story.
Will come to California with me.
Whoa.
What?
That's a big ask.
You sure about that?
Oh, yeah.
How do you know? We'll be in California next week. You might find out something about me you don't like. If I'm stuck in California, someone doesn't really want to be with me.
Ooh.
I can't go to California with you. So.
If you don't love me, you should just tell me because
I'm
it's such
I don't love you.
What are you so scared of?
He's scared of a lot of stuff, girly.
My father died when I was 13 and I inherited this money. I would give it back in a second if it meant I could have one more day with him. No, what about your 12 brothers?
What do you want to know? What? That I don't have 12 brothers? That I'm a fucking orphan? This isn't fucking surgery, that the motherfucker stabbed me.
Oh. I just want to be with you because I love you.
Don't bullshit.
I want to hear you say that you don't love me.
I don't love you.
Oh, he needs to go talk to Robin Williams, man.
Yeah.
This can't be right. You ever consider...
Pretty sure it's right.
What happened at the McNeil meeting?
I couldn't go. I had a date. So I sent my chief negotiator.
Chief negotiator?
Don't set up any more meetings.
Well, I won't. I just wanted you to see what was out there. I think you could show me some appreciation.
Do you know how easy this is for me? This is a fucking joke. And I'm sorry you can't do this.
Ooh.
You're right. This is probably a total waste of my time.
Oh my gosh, dude. That was crazy.
I can't do this proof. But you can. Most days I wish I never met you. I didn't have to walk around with the knowledge that there was someone like you out there.
People cannot handle when there are other people smarter than them.
To watch you throw it all away.
It's not, I don't even know if it's just his ego. I think it's just like knowledge that somebody who can do these things so easily would choose not to. Because he cannot fathom that.
Well, you'd be working on the cutting edge. You'd be exposed to the kind of tech...
They want him to work for the NSA?
Why shouldn't I work for the NSA? And somebody puts a code on my desk. Maybe that code was the location of some rebel army in North Africa or bombed the village where the rebels are hiding. 1,500 people that I never met, never had no problem with, get killed. I was sending the Marines to secure the area because there'd be some kid from Southie over there taking shrapnel in the ass. The oil companies use a little skirmish over there to scare up domestic oil prices. Fills the oil and kills all the sea life in the North Atlantic. Now my buddy's out of work. He can't afford to drive, so he's walking to the fucking job interviews.
All of this because...
While I'm at it, why not just shoot my buddy, take his job, give it to his sworn enemy, hike up gas prices?
You feel like you're alone, Will? Do you have a soulmate? I'm talking about someone who opens up things for you, touches your soul.
I got plenty.
Well, name them.
Shakespeare, Nietzsche, Frost.
You don't know them, though.
What do you want? Why did you sneak around at night and finish other people's formulas that only 1 or 2 people in the world could do and then lie about it?
I want to be a shepherd.
Maybe you should go do that.
You chucking me?
Yeah, get the fuck
Hey,
out.
no. You lecturing me on life? Look at you, you fucking burnout.
Don't start.
Working with you.
Where's your soulmate? You want to talk about soulmates?
Dude.
What do you want to do? You got a bullshit answer for everybody. But I ask you a very simple question, and you can't give me a straight answer. See you, Bo Peep.
Just wanted to, call you up before you left.
I love you.
Take care.
Oh.
So, when are you done with those meetings?
The week after I'm 21.
Yeah, they gonna hook you up with a job or what?
I want to way out of here for. I mean, I'm gonna fucking live here the rest of my life.
20 years, if you're still living here, still working construction, I'll fucking kill you. That's not a threat,
What?
that's a fact.
He's like, that's not a threat, that's a fact.
You don't owe it to yourself. You owe it to me. Because tomorrow I'm gonna wake up and I'll be 50. And I'll still be doing this shit. And you're sitting on a winning lottery ticket. I'd do fucking anything to have what you got. So would any of these fucking guys. It'd be an insult to us if you're still here in 20 years. But every day I come by your house and I pick you up. You know what the best part of my day is? For about 10 seconds from when I pull up to the curb when I get to your door. Because I think maybe I'll get up there and I'll knock on the door and you won't be there. No goodbye, no see you later, no nothing. I'm just left.
Wow.
I brought you in here because I wanted you to help me with the boy.
Why doesn't he trust anybody? First thing that happened to him, he was abandoned by the people who were supposed to love him the most.
Oh, come on, don't give me that, Freud.
That's called trauma, bro.
He pushes people away before they have a chance to leave him.
Don't you do that. Don't infect him with the idea that it's okay to quit, that it's okay to be a failure. And if you're angry at me for being successful...
It's not about you, dude.
You resent me. You're angry at me for doing what you could have done, but...
Don't come to the goddamn reunions, because I can't stand that look in your eye. You and your kiss-ass chorus, following you around going, the Fields Medal.
It's about my medal, is it?
Oh my gosh. Dude, you're so dumb.
It's about the boy.
I won't see you make him feel like a failure, too.
Because I learned to push
He's
myself.
not you get that?
I can come back.
Leaving.
He heard most of that.
This is your file. I have to send it back to the judge for evaluation.
I mean, have you had any experience with that? He used to just put a wrench, a stick, and a belt on the table and just say choose.
Your foster father.
Yeah. You know, what is it, like Will has an attachment disorder, fear of abandonment?
It's not your fault. It's not your fault.
I know.
No, you don't. It's not your fault. It's not your fault. It's not your fault.
Oh. Wow.
I mean, so you asked, is it a sad movie?
A little
bit. But also, it makes me smile.
Yeah, it was
You know?
sad, but like, we needed that moment.
It's gotta happen.
The music's doing some interesting things. What does that mean?
Danny Elfman is working his magic.
What's he trying to say?
Which one did you take?
McNeil. It's one of the jobs the professor set me up with. So that's it? So we're done?
You're done. You're a free man.
But you're friends now.
I just want you to know, Sean, that
You're welcome, Will.
hope we keep in touch, you know.
Yeah, me too. Do what's in your heart, son. You'll be fine.
Oh.
Thank you, Sean.
Thank you, Will.
Hey, just violate the patient.
Hey. Good luck, son.
Oh, the sun. It hurts.
Hey, asshole.
What, bitch?
Happy birthday.
Stella forgot, huh, bitch? Fucking
Oh, is he 21?
Here's your present.
Come on, Rob.
What?
Oh.
They got him a car?
Fucking Logan wanted to get you a T-Pass.
Oh my
That's not what I was saying.
These are the best friends you could ever have.
Legally allowed to drink, so we figured the best thing for you, kid, was a car. How do you like it?
It's the ugliest fucking car I ever seen.
Me and Bill scraped together the parts, and Morgan was out panhandling for change every day. And Bill rebuilt this engine ourselves here.
It's a good car, dude. The engine's good.
I don't know what engine's supposed to look like.
Happy 21, Will.
Happy 21, brother.
That's really sweet of them.
And it's like, sure, the car's not the nicest, but you know that they wouldn't kind of half-ass it, and that's important.
No,
Me too, Jerry.
So where you going?
India, and China, and Baltimore.
Specific.
There's a class of 72s having a reunion in 6 months. Why don't you come? I'll buy you a drink.
How about a drink right now?
It's a good idea. Come on. This one's on me.
There's something really nice about adult friendships and relationships where you can fight and then just move on. And it's not like, I'm never speaking to you again, you know? I think young people do that a lot more.
It's too much work to hold a grudge when you're older.
It's so much work, man. I don't know how people do it.
He left the car door open.
I know. You just got that car, dude.
Did he do the thing? Did he leave and not tell him? He did it. Although I will say, I'd be kind of offended if he didn't even, like, you know, as my friend,
Not
be like, you didn't even tell me? He's like,
Listen,
I
we don't
get
need
the
mushy goodbyes. We're sentimental folks. We need that, like, tearful goodbye hug.
Yes, I do.
Because they wouldn't do that.
If the professor calls about that job, just tell him, sorry. I had to go see about a girl.
Oh, so cute.
Son of a bitch. He stole my line.
You'll love California, Will.
So let's drive. I mean, you'll be driving for a bit.
I know, I'm
Get
like,
ready.
can
Let's
that
hope
car
can
survive?
make it.
Survive the
Yeah,
trip?
for real. So that was Good Will Hunting. I feel like
What a
that's
movie.
It's a great movie.
What a movie.
It's a good one to check off your list too. Because you'll
Is
get
that
that
on-
when you say you haven't seen this one, you'll get that. You'll get the I can't believe you've never seen it.
Yeah.
So, what'd you think?
Wow. So yeah, I didn't know anything about that movie at all. I thought that, you know, sometimes you think you don't, you go into it and you're like, oh, maybe I knew a tiny bit. Nothing at all.
Zip.
So I guess, I don't know. I was like trying to weigh it against these non-existent expectations, which I think is sometimes what I do.
Oh, same. And especially like there's so many famous, like, you know, quote unquote classics. Classic means a different thing to everyone, but there's so many classics that have kind of existed in your brain for a long time before you see them. And it takes you a second to compromise what you thought you were going to watch with what you did watch and be like, okay, and kind of erase your previous conceptions. I get that. Yeah, I feel like, I mean, it's really famous. So yeah, there's not much you can say that hasn't been said. I don't know. I think it's also different watching it. You know, this is almost 25, almost 30 years later, which is crazy. Therapy has changed.
Quite a
and
bit.
what people know about therapy has changed. And people who were alive when this came out, or who kind of, you know, were there to see the reaction to this movie, can probably say with more certainty. But I would imagine that this was kind of important in terms of how people perceived therapy, you know, and how people perceived, I guess, mental health in general. Because there's a lot of things that are said in this film that I feel like nowadays they're thrown all over the place. Like, they're thrown all over the place, the internet lingo, and especially when they were bringing up some of the technical terms and you know, attachment disorder, fear of abandonment. I'm like, we throw those around all the time now. So yeah, I was curious coming back and watching this now. I'm like, how much of that, like, what was it like to watch this movie in 1990, 98, whenever it came out, versus, you know, watching it now as a person in your 20s, you know?
Mm-hmm.
One thing I will say, and maybe it's because I couldn't tell you how old I was when I first saw this, but maybe it's because I'm a little bit older now. I'm still pretty young, still pretty inexperienced, but like the relationships hit a lot harder, you know, growing up, because I think, I don't know, I think when you're a kid, you kind of see people, and I definitely watched this. I watched this before I had ever been in a relationship. And so I don't think it clicked for me just how well written and how loving, and like, I don't know, it resonated so much more with me this time. And I mean, it sounded like for you too.
It was so cute. I think there's something about it that just feels so real. Because I feel like a lot of Hollywood romances, even if I think they're really cute and adorable, maybe aren't the most realistic. This one is like, those are two people walking down the street that you see every day. Like,
yeah.
It was so real. And then even their breakup was so real. There's so many, like, a lot of breakups, you know, don't necessarily happen because two people fall out of love. But there's a lot of other things that go into a relationship besides that. And so, I don't know, it was so real and it was so cute and sad. And
yeah. Well, and like, I would say the most painful breakups are the breakups where you do still love each other. If the love is gone, if you don't love each other anymore, breakups are easy. You know, you can dissolve the relationship if it's mutual and you mutually don't love each other. But it's very clear they both do care, and like that makes it a painful. You know, they both leave emotionally wrecked because. Yeah. But it's so real, and I also think, you know, we don't always take certain things seriously because they're like therapy buzzwords. So things of like, oh, you leave people before they have a chance to leave you. We've all heard that a million times now. So it kind of, you know, it loses a bit of its meaning. But I think when you see it and you connect, and especially watching Will, like, we've met people like that. We all have. Some people, you know, people watching, some of you might be a person like that who's you've been through some trauma. Do you know what I mean? And kind of feel like you're still suffering from the crap that happened to you that you couldn't control. And I don't know. I just think seeing it written in such a thoughtful way is important for people. And I also, like, this is a movie that a lot of my male friends, you know, and male friends of mine who like film have shared a lot of shared that it's very meaningful for them. I would say this particular film, and I can see why, because I do think there is mental health for men is different, you know, and there's a lot of it's really neat to see the movie start out with this kid who is obviously tough. Like, he's ready to go beat up some guy on a basketball court unprovoked, like pull over the car and go to prison for beating up a guy. But you also see him break down, and it's that duality of like, this is a tough kid. You know, this is a kid with a thick skin who's been through a lot. But that is part of his journey. And it's nice to see. It's nice to see now as an adult. It's also like, it makes me want to be a teacher, you know? It makes me want to help people, which isn't always a nice feeling to come out of a movie with, of like, dang, I want to go do something nice for someone. You know, that's good. I'm glad that movies make us feel those things. Yeah. I will say, one thing that I was kind of noticing throughout, everyone's well written and everyone's real, but it also, like, people are real in a very unpleasant sense in this film. That you remember there are people like, oh my gosh, why can't I even remember his name? What's the professor's name? I can't remember his last name now. Professor?
I know the actor. Yeah.
Stellan Skarsgård.
Stellan
We're gonna call him
Skarsgård.
Stellan. You know, his character is he's clearly successful, but he's not happy, you know? And I thought it was neat that they it's tough to talk about too. They kind of tread they tread that line between, you know, do what you want, but also don't throw away your gifts, you know? Because it was one of those things where it's like, Will doesn't think he wants to do anything with his intellect. But in reality, he probably thinks that because he's never gotten to explore. You know what I mean? So it's not like, oh, sign up for a job that's well paying and that's going to be what you want to do. It's just do something. Go out and like feel. And
don't let the fear hold you back.
I think that's so beautiful. And I think Robin Williams, man. Oh. How many Robin Williams movies have you seen? Like, have you seen Dead Poets Society or any of the other
have.
kind of... Yeah, so we can't do a reaction to that one. We've both seen it, but he's such an inspiration to me as an actor.
Oh, Captain, my Captain.
Oh, Captain, my Captain. He's, gosh, the way he acts, but he's not acting. You see him thinking everything that he's feeling and everything that he's thinking, and it reads... And you want to talk to him and it draws you in. And my gosh, like that's hard to do as an actor. We treat acting like it's easy, but the kind of knowledge that it takes and self-awareness that it takes to have the impact that this man has had on so many people through his acting. I'm going on a whole
we love Robin Williams.
Rant. Robin Williams. End of story.
I got scared, not gonna lie, because I was like, a lot of classics like to kill off people. I'm very pleasantly surprised that everybody made it to the end. I got scared. I was like, at any point, I was like, I thought Robin Williams could die. I thought Ben Affleck could die. I thought any one of his friends could die. Like, I was scared.
And good on them for not, because way too often in movies, characters will just die because another character has to learn a lesson, you know? And I think if that had happened in this movie, it would have been another case of that. You know what I mean? It's like, oh, Robin Williams died so that Will could
learn
something. His lesson. And like, no, that's not how humans... You can't trade human life for that. And so I like that they repeat that message. And Minnie Driver's character is like, yeah, my dad died, and now here I am with tons of money chasing this. I'm pursuing a wonderful education. I would give it all back for one day. And Robin Williams is like, he's so wise, and he's processing the grief of the loss of his wife. But like, that doesn't mean she had to die. She shouldn't have. It's not fair.
Yeah.
That's such, it's such good writing.
Yeah. Wow. Yeah. Ben Affleck and Matt Damon. And this is like their first thing, right? That they ever did?
Yeah. I think, wild. First major film.
That's crazy.
I would imagine this was probably a pretty low budget movie as well, which is always great to see in film. So that was a real joy to experience for a second time. And I hope a joy to experience for the first time.
Yes, it was.
Yeah. So, as always, guys, the full-length reaction will be up on our Patreon, along with early access to next week's reaction. Who knows what movie? Won't be Dead Poets Society, but it would be something else. Something maybe in this vein. I think we're liking, as much as we hate crying, these drama movies, they're good to watch, they're fun to talk about, so it'll be something great. But yeah, go check out our Patreon. As always, thank you guys so much for being here, joining us and watching. If you're new and this is your first reaction, please, please, please consider sticking around, subscribing. We would love to have you. And if you do stick around, we'll see you all in the next reaction.